Welcome back, guys. It's craft time. In today's video, we are going to be messing around a bit with some wood burning. I have this little wood burning tool that I picked up from Michael's, and it's time to give it a try. Let's go ahead and get started. I will be using this wooden breadboard that I picked up at the local thrift store. I went ahead and sanded down the back and the front so that once I'm completed with the project, I can give it a good antique waxing just to make it all kind of come together. I'm going to also be using this little wood burning tool. Like I said, I picked it up from Michael's and it comes with this little metal stand, which I do end up taping to the table because it like falls over a lot, and the last thing you want to do is try to catch a hot tool as it's falling. So I have that, and then it comes with 4 different tips. This like pointy long tip, a more point tip, a rounded tip, and then like this little like leaf looking tip. I apologize, I don't know the actual names. They're on the packaging. You're more than welcome to do that. Look them up. But I'm just gonna play around with each of them and see which one I like best or which ones work best for me. I'm also going to be just doing a little like flower pattern on here. I picked this image off of Google. It's just an iStock video, and I'm going to be using some carbon paper to transfer the image onto the board, or at least a good outline to kind of give me an idea of where things should fall, and then I'm going to kind of fill in how I feel works best. If you aren't familiar with the carbon paper, you can pick it up at, I got it from Office Depot, so if you have like a local office store, they should have it, and it's going to be over near the typewriter section, but any employee should be able to help you. The package is going to last you forever, but it's really awesome because you can literally print out any picture, type any words or phrases, anything that you want in any font that you want, print it out to your size on your standard printer, and then use the carbon paper to transfer that image onto whatever you're doing. So like for this project, I didn't want to waste any vinyl or anything. So this worked out perfectly, and it's a really great alternative for someone who may not have a Cricut or a cutting machine on hand, or for different projects like this. So to begin, I just line up the carbon paper with the image on top of it. You want the dark part of the paper to be face down, and then I just tape mine in place. That way I know it's not going to shift or move on me while I'm tracing everything on. You want to use, I would just use like a lead pencil. But after you get it all transferred on, just go ahead and pull your tape off and you're ready to begin. I let the tool get nice and hot before I started, and I'm just going to be using the little, like I said, I don't know the name, but it's like a flat point tip. So I show you there, but let me show you here, if you can see it. There we go. Sorry, let me see if it'll, there we go. Okay. It's just this little tip. I liked it because it, it gives you good lines. So like for all of the Sims and things, this worked great for, like I said, making lines. It was pretty easy to control, and even if you do like a little squiggles or anything, it worked really well. And then it has that nice point at the end in case you had like anything fine detailed. I did notice that like if there was something like a stem that I wanted thinner at the top and thicker at the bottom, that if I, press it flat, and then as I go down, kind of lift it to where the tip is up, it kind of would make a thicker bottom. This is just something that, if you want to try this, you're going to have to get a feel for what works for you. Just practice on a piece of wood that, were not your project. I don't really have great patience, so I just went straight in with it, but I also trust my abilities for the most part. So if you're, like I said, if you're just starting out like me, or you aren't really sure what to do, just practice on a side piece. That way you don't ruin your actual project. So after I did that, I also put on the round tip, which is this one. And I'm just going to walk you through all these, and then I'm going to let you watch the whole project. And I used this for like all the little dots and the flyaways and like tops of flowers and things. And it worked really well for that. I did use this little leaf looking one. And it did okay first. I tried a couple different things for it. It worked really great for like a fine line on the side here. And it also worked great if I just used the tip of it to do like little tiny petals. But other than that, this didn't work great for anything else in my project. So I'm sure this has a great purpose. And if I were to do like a big flower, like literally this is the full petal and you do it, I think it would look gorgeous. But like I said, for my particular florals and weeds that I was doing on this, it wasn't great. And then I also put this on. I didn't really need it, but I wanted to just kind of play around with it before I got done with this project just to see. And it's just more of like a fine point, and it's literally just that. Like, I don't know, it didn't really do much for my project, but you can do some more finer lines or like better detail with it. I did learn that you have to just kind of go slow, not too slow. Like I said, it's just something you kind of have to feel and watch happen. Make sure you do it in like a vented area. It's cold outside where I live today, but I had my windows open in my studio. That way it could be nice and aired out because you are burning wood. There will be no smoke. Could be flames if you leave it too long, so don't do that. But yeah, it's just something you gotta kind of feel out as you're doing it. But as far as the tool, I really liked it, and I do want to play around with it some more and do some more projects. So I'm going to just let you guys enjoy watching this as I created this, kind of see my movements and just kind of see what it's capable of and what it's about, and then I'll see you on the other side. Okay, now this is turning out beautiful. I don't know if I had expectations for this or not. Is turning out how I pictured in my head, which is always a good thing, but it was really fun. It was I just really enjoyed how relaxing it was. So now that that's done, I'm just gonna take a rag and wipe off the board because it is like charred wood. So I want to make sure I get any of the excess off of there. And then I'm gonna use some Waverly Antiquing wax to go ahead and seal the images in, but also just change that tone and the color of it just a little bit. It's antique wax that's already mixed with water. I just do that because sometimes I want it to be a little bit lighter than just if it were just the dark wax. So I just did that on the entire board, and this project is complete. Like I said, it was very therapeutic and very fun. Overall, I really like this tool and I would suggest it, especially if you're starting out, because it wasn't very expensive. And like I said, it comes with a little thing, like a little stand for you to put it on. That way you don't have a hot tool on your table or anything. And then you have multiple choices of your tips. When you change them out, I just used some pliers. So I didn't let the tool cool down a long time, which I guess you could, but I was trying to get this project done. So all I did was turn it off to make sure it was off whenever I did it. Excuse me. And then as you can see, it just turns, like it just twists. Sorry, hold on. I swear it's not very hard. There we go. It just twists out, but obviously this is extremely hot. Like there were some points actually when I was doing the project that even the handle right here where you're supposed to hold it and grip it got pretty warm. So just be aware of it. Like if you burn yourself, it's gonna hurt pretty bad. So just be very careful. Make sure there's no children around or the cord's not where somebody's gonna trip over it and like yank the tool, because it is very hot. Like I said, just be aware because this starts to get a little warm. So I just kind of would move my hand back a little bit. But if that's happening to you and you don't feel like you're in control back here, just turn it off and let it cool down a little bit and then start again. And that should be good. But while it's hot, I just use my little needle nose pliers and I just took this off. That way I never had to touch it. And I just twisted it out and then put the other one back in. So yeah. Like I said, picked this up from Michael's, but I will do an Amazon search to see if I can find this on there to put in my affiliate links. If I cannot, then I will link the one that I that I got from Michael's. That way you guys can find it and know where to get it. I can't remember exactly how much I paid for it because it was purchased several months back, because I actually used it to cut fabric for this cute turkey wreath that I made back in November, and then this has just been sitting on my desk since, and I haven't touched it. So I'm really glad that I got to put it to use. If you guys have any questions about it that possibly I could answer, or if you have any questions about like technique, like I said, I just did a little bit of playing, but I did, if you move them a certain way, if you leave them on, if you hold it on longer and blah, 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 like there's just different ways to achieve certain looks. And after I was doing it for a little bit, I was kind of figuring that out. So it's definitely something that I think is going to be a hands-on thing. I don't think it's something that somebody's going to be able to tell you, other than, like I said, some of the motions, like with this tip I found, if I put it on and then rock it back, it'll make it like a little bit of a thicker, like thin to thick situation, and just little stuff like that. But it's really going to be something that you have to feel for yourself. So yeah, thank you guys so much for stopping in. I hope this was helpful in any way. Like I said, leave me a comment below if you have any questions or comments or something that I didn't cover or a question that you may have. And I really appreciate you guys being here. Give me a thumbs up if you think I did a good job. Let me know what you think about this project. I really appreciate your guys' support. I really appreciate my subscribers that keep coming back and supporting me. I love you guys very much. If you're new and want to be a part of that, I would really love for you to hit the subscribe button. And I will take you guys in for a closer look. I will see you next time.